Hello everyone, I'm Uzma and welcome back to our economics class. Today we are going to discuss a topic from unit number 9, money, banking and inflation. In the previous classes, we have discussed topics from unit number 1, introduction to economics, demand analysis, that is your unit number 3, and basic statistics for economics, unit number 10, and unit number 7, national income analysis. So 4 units topics are already covered and today's topic is from unit number 9, money, banking and inflation. So from that we are going to discuss a concept, that is types of inflation. What are the various types of inflation we are going to discuss in today's class, which is probably an important question for 5 marks. So before starting various types of inflation, let us know the meaning of inflation. A rise in general prices is known as inflation. A rise in general prices, general level of prices of any commodity is called as inflation. General price level means the prices which we are paying in our day-to-day life. For example, imagine that the cost of tomatoes in market is rupees 20 per kg. Cost of tomatoes is rupees 20 per kg. Now suddenly it is raised to 80 rupees per kg. The cost of tomatoes have risen from 20 to rupees 80. So this is a sudden increase or rise in the general price level. What was the general price level? Rupees 20. What is the inflation rate here? 80 rupees. So sudden rise or sudden increase in the general level of commodities, general level of prices of the goods and services is called as inflation. Let us read it once again. Rise in general level of prices of commodities is called as inflation. And inflation causes some advantages or disadvantages to the economy. It is a disadvantage to the economy because it affects the economic lives of people and as well as it spoils the welfare of people. Why inflation is harmful for us? Because it affects the economic lives of people as well as it damages, it spoils the welfare of the people. So inflation is harmful for a society. So in the whole answer we will be observing various types of inflation, means what are the various types when the prices are increasing. The first type is creeping inflation, walking inflation, running inflation, hyperinflation, cost push inflation and demand pull inflation. You can compare these types of inflation with a small child. Okay, so whenever the baby is born, after few months, what is the first step? That is the baby will be crawling on the land. Crawling means creeping. Then what is the next stage of creeping? That is walking. Slowly the child will learn walking. So creeping and the second step is walking. Once the child learns how to walk, then what is the third step? That is running. Okay, third type is running. Then after creeping, then slowly the child will learn walking. Then the next step will be he or she will be running. Then what is the fourth stage? Fourth stage is called as hyper stage, or you can also compare this with an auto rickshaw or a bicycle. In the initial stages it will be very slow. Bullock carts, okay, in front cow will be there and back cattle will be there. What is the speed? The speed is very slow. So creeping means very slow. Then walking, you can take the example of a rickshaw or an auto. Then running, you can take the example of bikes. Okay, the speed will be comparatively more when compared to auto rickshaws. Then coming to hyper, here you can take the example of speed trains. Okay, very fast running trains, you can take the example of hyper. So initial, what are the 4 stages? Creeping, walking, running, and the 4th is hyperinflation. Let us see what is creeping inflation. It is the mildest form of inflation. It is the mildest form of inflation. Now what does mildest means? Mildest means easy going, very easy. Means whenever this inflation will come, it will not affect people that much. The people will be taking it easy. Take it easy concept. Okay, if the prices of tomatoes rise from 20 rupees to 25 rupees, no problem, take it easy. That is creeping inflation. So it is the mildest form of inflation. Then increase in prices is very slow. Okay, the price is increasing very slowly. Then what is the rate of this creeping inflation? It is between 0 to 2% per annum. Per annum means per year. So per year the creeping inflation rate is between 0 to 2%. Then you can observe this creeping inflation from 0 to a graph. See, this is the figure here. These are the various types of inflation. So where is 0 to a? 0 to a is here, this much. So this is creeping inflation. 0 to a denotes creeping inflation. What is creeping inflation? It is the mildest form of inflation. The prices increase very slowly. People will take it easy for this inflation. It is an easy going concept. Then the rate of inflation is between 0 to 2% per annum. In the graph you can observe creeping inflation from 0 to a. First type of inflation is creeping inflation. Let us go to the second one, that is walking inflation. The second step of a child after crawling is walking. So what is walking inflation? The prices increase moderately, means moderately the prices will be increasing, not very slow, not very high, on an average level, that is a moderate level. So here prices increase moderately. You need to keep few things in mind. There it is the mildest form, means prices increase slowly. Here the prices increase moderately. Then what is the rate of inflation? The rate of inflation is between 2 to 4%. How much? 2 to 4%. There you have read 0 to 2%. Now here it is 2 to 4%. In the graph you can observe it from A to B. This is A to B is what? Walking inflation. This is O to A is creeping, A to B is walking inflation. So second part is also done. Moderate increase in the prices is known as walking inflation. The rate of inflation here is 2% to 4%. You can see from the graph A to B. Right. Next, running inflation. This is the third step of a child after creeping. The child will be walking. Then after walking, the child will be running. So running inflation. The rate is between 4 to 10%, 4% to 10%. This is called as running inflation. It is a warning signal for the government. That means it warns the government, it cautions the government that you need to take some steps now, or else you will get under huge problems or losses. Required measures should be taken in order to control this inflation. Like we say, before the situation goes from our hand, we need to take certain measures to control it. Am I right or not? For suppose someone is suffering with fever. In order to control the fever, you must take certain measures. You must take tablets, etc., etc. So what here is it saying? That this inflation is giving a warning to the government that it should take certain necessary steps in order to control this inflation. Alright, if you don't control the inflation here, then afterwards it will cause a great harm and damage to the economy. So you can see this in the graph B to C. Where is B to C? B to C is here. 0 to A is creeping, A to B is walking, B to C is running inflation. Running inflation rate is 4 to 10%. Here it is a warning signal for the government and it should be controlled. 1, 2, 3 parts are done: creeping, walking, running. Now let us come to the fourth step, that is hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is also called as galloping inflation. Hyperinflation is also called as galloping inflation. Now, the rate of this inflation is more than 10%. It is more than 10% and it is very harmful for the economy. So, you can observe this from C to D graph. This is C to D. Creeping, walking, running, and this is hyperinflation. In the graph you can observe the prices increase slowly, then moderately, then it was okay, it was high, we need to take some measures, but at last it have reached the highest level which is very harmful for the economy. So what were the four types we have read? Creeping inflation, walking inflation, running inflation and hyperinflation. It is 0 to 2%, it is 2 to 4%, it is 4 to 10% and it is more than 10%. And these two topics are left, that is demand pull inflation and cost push inflation. You know the meaning of pull and push. Whenever you go to some dentist shop or any sweet shop, you will be finding mirror doors, right? Push and pull will be written. If you are going outside, you need to push. If you are coming inside, you need to pull it, right? So this is the meaning of push and pull. Then what is demand pull inflation? When the aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply of goods and services. Aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply of goods and services. What is the meaning of aggregate? Demand and supply you already know, right? What is demand and what is supply? So what is the meaning of aggregate? Aggregate means total. So total demand is more than total supply. For example, we are having a bookshop. Okay, we are having a bookshop. So right now people were thinking that cause of lockdown, the schools and colleges are not going to start. So no one is purchasing. So what the shopkeeper thinks, that when no one is purchasing, let me decrease my supply. Instead of 100 books, I'll just keep 50 books in my shop. But as soon as the lockdown ends, the reopening date of schools and colleges have came. So all the public at a time is demanding for books. So now the supply is less, but the demand is more. So aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply. Then what he'll do? He'll increase the prices. He'll increase the prices of books. So those who can afford will buy and those who cannot afford will go back from the shop. Is it clear? So what is demand pull inflation? The aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply. This is called demand pull inflation. The last type is cost push inflation. From the term itself, cost push means cost is increasing. Inflation prices of commodities will increase. Prices of commodities will increase when there is an increase in the cost of production. For example, let us take as milk. Milk is also a product, right? So from milk there are many various products which we make, like curd also comes from milk, many kinds of milkshakes also come from milk, many kinds of juices also include milk, then many ice creams also include milk, various kinds of sweets which we use also contains milk. So these are the various products of milk. Imagine that the prices of milk are increased, then obviously the prices of this remaining goods will also increase. Alright, or else you can take one more example, that if we are having an industry, of manufacturing books. Imagine that because of deforestation, plants are being cut. So the number of plants left with us is very less. So we need, paper comes from a tree. So trees are very less. So what we'll do, we'll increase the prices of books. Okay, whenever something is less in quantity, we'll increase the prices. I need to give wages to the laborers, I need to pay money for the machines, then I need to pay the electricity bill, then I need to have an land to establish my industry. In order to run the industry, I need to pay the rent. So these are all the cost of production. Whenever there is an increase in the cost of production, the prices of the commodities also rise. So indirectly in that industry, whatever product I am manufacturing, the price of that product will increase. Alright, what is cost push inflation? Prices of commodities will increase when there is an increase in the cost of production. Totally we have discussed 6 types of inflation: creeping inflation, walking inflation, running inflation and hyperinflation. Then the remaining 2 left is demand pull inflation and cost push inflation. The first one, creeping, was from 0 to 2%, then walking was from 2 to 4%, then running inflation rate was between 4 to 10%, and the hyperinflation rate was more than 10%. These are the few things which you need to keep in mind. Alright, so the topic has come to an end. Hope I was pretty clear in explaining this topic. See you in the next class with some new topics. Till that, stay home, stay safe and keep practicing.